All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we are going to be in the 135 and 140 pound division where Gervonta Davis confronts an idea that is put out there by Devin Haney fans ahead of this fight taking place this evening with Regis Prograis. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135, 140 pound division where Gervonta Davis tells the truth, shames the devil. And look, man, got to talk about it because this is going on around with a lot of subscribers of the channel talking about it. As you may not know, in boxing, you're always going to agree with somebody about something, and with the same person, you're going to disagree about something because it's always two different fighters in the ring. And there's, hundreds of fighters in boxing. So you're not really going to see the same thing eye to eye all the time. So I have a lot of subscribers and people that I consider to be social media friends. Shout out to Frequent Flyer. Shout out to my guy, Ray Davis. Shout out to, I'm even going to say shout out to Rollo Green, who are big time Devin Haney fans, but kind of toe the line when it comes to a lot of the media stuff put out by Team Haney. So gonna talk about this particular subject because this comes from Gervonta Davis directly in response to what a lot of people that are Devin Haney fans are saying about this Regis Prograis fight that comes up this evening. Now, by the way, the fight with Regis Prograis is definitely a good fight. Definitely a fight that I'm looking forward to see. I'm buying the pay-per-view. I'm not going to go out there to San Francisco to watch the fight and do all of that because, brother ain't got money like that. However, I'm definitely going to pay the whatever it is, $70 for the pay-per-view, and I'm going to do so and be very, very happy to do so. Now, there is, however, talk about the fact that Devin Haney has sold out an arena in San Francisco. And now because he has sold out an arena in San Francisco, that he is now the face of boxing. Man, you can't make this stuff up. But that did not slide past Gervonta Davis, who very well could make the argument that it's he who is the face of boxing. And his response to Devin selling out at the stadium in San Francisco, which honestly, man, I still don't think is true. Just because Eddie Hearn said it doesn't make it so. But anyway, Gervonta responds to it, and it is a very keen observation, and we're going to talk about it. But before I get into it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much. In this particular video, shout out to my guy, making a difference every day. Keys to the Game Boxing that sent me this very nice coffee cup maybe a year ago, and I drink from it all the time, man. He's got an organization called Making a Difference Every Day, and I just every once in a while when I'm sipping on it, I want people to know about him. So keep a look out there, man. The Keys to the Game Boxing and his organization called Making a Difference Every Day, helping children. So Gervonta Davis says he puts out on Twitter, yeah, you sold it out at $57 a ticket. 57 or tickets were available for $57. Now, what does that mean? Him saying tickets were available for $57. It means that you sold a lot of tickets, but you didn't make a lot of money. And if you can sell a ticket for $57, that tells you that the demand is not that high. The price meets the demand. So take, for example, there was a fight that took place between Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant, and that it took place in Vegas. I have a connection for tickets in Vegas where even if it is sold out and it is not on, and by sold out, I mean you can't get them on the internet. That's what I mean by sold out. Can't get them on the internet. I can still call this guy and get a ticket, right? So some friends in town that were in Vegas, and they were like, hey, man, I really want to get Martin. My name is Martin. Hey, Martin, I'm trying to get a ticket to the Canelo fight with Caleb Plant. And I said, okay, well, let me send a note. I sent a text, got a message back, and I was like, what's the least amount, the cheapest ticket that I can get? And the cheapest ticket that I could get was $800. $800 a ticket. Right? That was the cheapest that I could get it from. $800 a ticket. Right? And I'm telling you, that was the nosebleed. No, to the extent that you can have a nosebleed at that particular arena, right? So that tells you how much the gate for that fight was. That gate for that fight was probably $10 million. $10 million. Now go to Gervonta Davis. And we don't have to look at the Ryan Garcia fight because the Ryan Garcia fight did a gate of around $23 million is what was reported. $23 million. You were not getting in that place for less than $1,000, right? Now, how many times does 5 to 57 go into 1,000? Okay. 50 goes into 1,000 20 times. So the tickets were 20 times more expensive for the Gervonta Davis fight with Ryan Garcia, at the least, the lowest price ticket, than it is going to the Devin Haney fight, right? But you can also do the same thing with a bunch of fights for Gervonta Davis. This sold out where the least amount of money that you're going to be able to get into that place for is $400, $500. Some maybe, I think back when he fought in California and sold out in California some years ago, that you might have been able to get in there for $200, right? But $57, that means, that you're really not grossing all that much money. I mean, compared to Gervonta. And I'm not saying everybody can sell 16,000 tickets, even at $57 a pop. Okay. I go to fights like Ray Vargas. When Ray Vargas fought O'Shaquie Foster, I was sitting ringside for $150. And I think it was at the Alamo Dome. And there was whole big sections of it that wasn't even open. But I enjoyed the fight just the same. You know what I mean? Enjoyed it just the same, but it's just not the same thing. So when we are saying like, okay, how much would Devin have sold if he would have sold the nosebleeds for $300? Would the tickets have gone? We don't know, but I doubt it very much, right? You would have had to fight in a much smaller venue to get the prices up that high. And you're looking at a fight with Regis Prograis. And Regis Prograis is a named fighter for a major belt. And so I think that type of fight, as far as like what it should do, is somewhere similar, like as far as the quality of the fight. If you compare that to a Gervonta Davis fight, I would say it's similar to a Hector Garcia. Hector is similar to a Hector Garcia, or a maybe a Leo Santa Cruz. Maybe a Leo Santa Cruz fight. People were interested in that Leo Santa Cruz fight, just the general public. But the gate was still well over $5 million for Gervonta. And if you take the average ticket price for Devin Haney, the average one, if he sold, and let's put the average at 100, because the low is 57. And I think the low may actually be a little lower than that, but say the low is 57 and the high on the floor, you got some that maybe $1,000. Most of them are like maybe $800 on the floor, but the base of it, man, $150, $100. So let's just say it's $100, average is $100. That's 1.6 million in the gate. If all of them are actually sold and they're not comped, right? And a lot of them are probably comped, but that takes you like $1.6 million gate. Gervonta Davis did $5 million gate in the DC, in DC. So yeah, not really trying to hear all of that, man. So please, let's cut this. You're the face of boxing. You're in some big position now because you sold out in San Francisco when you compare what's going on to what Gervonta does, because it's just not a fair comparison. And if you do it, and then somebody says something to you about it, that's not them hating on Devin. It's preventing you from hating on Gervonta by giving Gervonta Davis accolades that by taking and claiming that Devin has done something that Gervonta has done. And that is somehow these are equal things. They're not equal things. You can't charge, if Gervonta Davis is charging, if the average ticket price for Gervonta Davis is $500 or $1,000, and the average ticket price for Devin is $100, man, that is, and they're selling the same, and they're both selling the place out. It's not a fair comparison. When a just a normal night for Gervonta Davis is going to sell, what is that, 3 times more, a little bit more than 3 times as much in the gate as Devin Haney's biggest night. That tells you, dude, that one guy is really, really the big hoss in the building, and it's Gervonta. But anyway, as far as the fighter, hey, man, they're both very good fighters. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.